Hey guys, we're going to conclude this What's Not Being Said by the Karmic reading. Unfortunately, it's a very popular night for me tonight. I've gotten 2 phone calls. When people know that I'm recording, to always text me first. But yeah, so the last 2 parts are because of people trying to reach me. So we're going to conclude this. Everybody's been warned, okay? So yeah, how the karmic feels about the divine feminine. All right, we got the magician. Okay, we got the 6 of Cups and the 10 of Swords. They're very envious and hateful in regards to this 6 of Cups connection that the divine feminine has with the divine masculine. And despite all of their efforts, the divine feminine is very resilient and a very strong person. Okay. More air energy: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The karmics feel that the divine feminine, they want to create blockages that put the divine feminine in this 8 of Swords mode. They want to kind of create the same energy that they're in. That was their overall energy. Remember? 8 of Swords in their head about these changes, in the divine masculine, and how their tricks are no longer working, etc. They want that same energy for the divine feminine. They want her to be stuck in her head, feeling like she's stuck and bound, even though she's free to move. They want her to be in this 4 of Swords, energy, where she feels bound, resentment, frustration in regards to the divine masculine, because obviously they're doing all kinds of manipulation and work on the divine masculine to keep him stagnant in finances, to keep him low vibing, to keep him confused. And the longer he's in that energy, possibly the longer he's going to move forward to his divine feminine. Unbeknownst to them, the divine feminine is going to be good either way, because she's manifesting, she's the empress, she has creative projects, she's on a higher purpose, she's high vibing, so yes, there's a deep care for the divine masculine, but unlike the karmic, the divine feminine knows that unconditional love is freedom. It's not taking away someone's free will, and when divine timing is right, everything will happen in divine time. So they want to keep her in the resentment stage, doing blocks to keep her frustrated and stagnant in finances and spirit. But unbeknownst to them, the divine is working behind the scenes. 2 of Wands, more fire energy. There's been a decision that's been made by the divine masculine. You see the moon there? There's going to be some major decisions coming about. 2 of Wands, action. Divine masculine is focused on the divine feminine, and the karmics know it. The divine masculine is going to bring some real decisions and discovery to the divine feminine, because he's been planning. And the karmic knows that the divine masculine, the King of Swords, he's going to be embodying this energy. And the King of Swords does not play around. He will cut you with the truth so hard. Once he's made a decision, he's going to stand in it, and nothing is going to get in his way. Okay? So the karmics know that the divine feminine is going to get all that truth. All of it. And that there's nothing that they can really do to stop it, because it's divine and it's fated. We also got the Magician. I knew the Magician was going to pop out. Virgo energy, Gemini energy. But in regards to how the karmics feel about the Divine Feminine, they feel that the Divine Feminine is the manifester. As above, so below. That she's intuitive, that she's intelligent, that the Divine Feminine is powerful. This could also mean, for some, that they are back in their trick bags, you know, manipulating the situation the best that they can to cause delays, to prevent this truth from coming, to prevent the Divine Masculine from making any decisions to move forward towards the Divine Feminine with the truth. But honestly, they are so on the Divine Feminine. A lot of them want to be the Divine Feminine. A lot of them want to embody the Divine Feminine, but they're too stuck in their ways. Even the matriarch, they sit back, they watch the Divine Feminine on social media. They see that she's light, and they want to embody that, but they just are too low vibrational to do it. So instead, they do whatever they can do to manipulate and cast a bad light on the Divine Feminine. But the Divine is always having the Divine Feminine's back. Always. And finally, Ace of Pentacles. The karmics think that the Divine Feminine is abundant, that she's stable and prosperous, and that some way, somehow, in their minds, that the Divine Feminine is going to be the one to bring a new beginning for the Divine Masculine. And they want to stop it at all costs. They know that the divine is blessing the Divine Feminine. And in turn, the Divine Masculine is following close behind. Wow. Bottom of the deck, guys. The High Priestess. Of course. Nothing can get past the High Priestess. They know. The High Priestess represents wisdom and enlightenment. She is in between two worlds and embodies the eternal feminine spirit. She is the guardian of the unconscious who guides us to look inward and listen to our own feelings and intuition. They think of the Divine Feminine as a mystery. It's like they hate her, but they love her. It's like they don't want to know her, but they crave to understand her. They are obsessed, like Mercury retrograde, they're obsessed with trying to understand who she is, how she works, how she knows. But knowing is just that. It's a knowing. And it's a divine thing. A karmic would never understand. Okay, guys. Let's find out what's not being said by the karmic. What is not being said by the karmic? What's not being said by the karmic that can change the game? In her opinion. In the karmic's opinion. You guys know that this energy can be feminine or masculine, male or female karmic. Okay. What is not being said by the karmics that could change the game? What is not being said in their opinion? What is not being said in their opinion that could change the game for them? Because, you know, most karmics don't think about anybody else but themselves. What's not being said by the karmics? We'll do a clarifier. maybe some advice from the universe and the divine for this tragic situation. Okay, what's not being said by the karmic? What's not being said by the karmic is that they are tired. They really are taking a step back. Some of them are almost pretending, okay? And I hate to say this because I'm a really optimistic person. I'm a Sagittarius, so some of them are really pretending to be taking a step back. They're kind of contemplating, portraying on social media that, you know, yeah, I'm just kind of focused on me and just want to be a better person. But they're just obsessing. And they're just, in a way, trying to ignore what is truly going on while they think of more manipulation. And there are some karmics that may be because of all the karma that's being imposed right now by the universe, all the tower moments and all of the, you know, misfortune. The Wheel of Fortune was in reverse here. 10 major arcana. The universe is stepping in, so a lot of them may be technically in deep contemplation, just taking a bit of a rest. Some of them are just taking a little bit of a rest from their manipulation, you know. But this energy that I felt when I decided to do this reading is no joke. So do whatever you have to do, divine feminine if you're watching, divine masculine if you're watching, to protect yourself and stay grounded, because this is just like the calm before the storm, in my opinion. The swords are like been cleaned and ready for like some sort of, you know, attack. So yeah, what's not being said? The karmics are working on what they know best. They're never focused on love or focused on true spirituality when it comes to the divine masculine, or really any relationships in their lives. They're focused on offering the only thing that they've ever been able to offer, means the most to them, is material things. So if they aren't able to get, you know, the Ace of Cups or that King of Cups energy, then they're prepared to work hard and, you know, have something to offer. Or the karmics are meditating on how they can get more material wealth, more stability, new beginnings. Some of these karmics, I told you guys, don't even love the masculine. They just wanted an opportunity, and now they see the 10 of Swords. They see the destruction. They see the bad habits. They see that they didn't get the harvest that they expected from this relationship, and they're kind of, you know, they're planning, and they have other offers from other suitors, other people, and they're seriously debating moving forward. King of Cups. What's not being said is that the karmics are taking time out to figure out their next move. They want to manifest money. And they're hoping that they can find some sort of emotional fulfillment, whether through manipulation with the divine masculine by offering the pentacle, which is the only means of staying in their lives, that they'll get some sense of emotional fulfillment from that, or they want to move on to find this emotional fulfillment, but a lot of them are bound to the situation because of the manipulation of the past, the devil, low vibrational energy that they're stuck in. We got the Temperance in reverse again. The Temperance was in reverse earlier here. There's so much imbalance. There's so much confusion. There's so much competition. And they're quietly dealing with this, okay? The karmic relationships, the karmic family members, okay? Protect yourselves, guys. Stay grounded. Because this is a false sense of meditation here. This is just a calm before the storm. Because there's a serious plan to try to block and make the divine masculine feel as if he can't move forward, he can't manifest, but it's all due to blockages. And when he's in that low vibrational mode, then here comes the offers of pentacles, the false sense of love and emotion. But in all actuality, it's just imbalances. It's just competition and falsity. Because these karmics want to win at all costs, okay? They want to stop this from happening. Even if they aren't happy or fulfilled in the situation, which they aren't, obviously, they don't want the divine masculine to have this, okay? These family members and these karmics are willing to compromise their own happiness. They're willing to give everything that they got, even if they aren't happy, even if they want other relationships, even if there's other people that they're actually involved in. They're bound to the situation through obsession and jealousy and low vibe energy. So they are going to continue manipulating because they're bound to the situation, and they want to stop this twin flame union, this 11-11 union at all costs. That's what's not being said. Wow, I cannot make this up, guys. Oh my God. What's not being said is that the devil and these karmics, manipulative ways, manipulation, spells, dark magic, the bending of free will, has bound them to this situation. Even when they want to stop it, they can't. The devil doesn't stop. The devil obsesses and obsesses and obsesses. These karmics are so imbalanced. Even the matriarchs, the family members, the mothers, they have never known balance in their life. They have never known true balance. This is what the divine feminine gives to the divine masculine. This is how the divine feminine makes the divine masculine feel. He wants to give her his all. And even though some of these karmics know that the divine masculine has a twin flame divine connection with someone else, and even though they do want to move forward and their intuition is telling them that they need to let go, they are willing to do whatever it takes to stop the divine lovers from going into union, because they're bound, and the divine masculine is bound to the situation as well. The divine is stepping in, and these divine masculines are awakening, and they're being, the truths are being uncloaked of the people and the toxicity around them, and they're finally starting to wake up and see. But these karmics, they can't stop. They are so stuck in this devil energy that even though they know that this is a divine union and that all of their tricks and all of their money that's been spent, none of it has stopped. None of it has stopped anything from happening. Where is it? The divine feminine keeps coming out of this Ten of Swords victorious and even better. They can't stop the Six of Cups past life relationship no matter what they do. But even if they wanted to stop, even though some of these karmics want to move on to other relationships, they can't. That's what's not being said. They are stuck. They have called out entities and all kinds of things to block the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and these entities have realized that these two are divine and fated, and it's just coming back on them. That's why they're going through so much karma and judgment. Justice is coming. What's not being said is that the karmics are stuck and bound the same way the divine masculine and the divine feminine are stuck and bound by their divine soul contract. These karmics are still up to their old tricks, and they are determined to stop this union. But some of them want to move on. They actually do. The divine masculine, like I said, some of them have already left the karmics. Some of them are on the brink of leaving them. And some of these karmics actually want to move on. They're sick of it. Earlier you saw in the current energy, like, sick of being left out in the cold. That was clarified twice. The Ten of Swords. They want to move on too. But they can't. They're bound because of their own choices and their own manipulation. But the divine is at work. I mean, they are battling. Divine feminine, divine masculine ancestors are like getting together, and they're just like, wow, this is the hardest task we ever had. But the archangels are working so hard, and it's like the last leg of the race. Where was that Ten of Wands at? Somewhere in here, but yeah, that's what's not being said. The karmics cannot get out of this devil energy, obsessive energy. They're working really hard to manifest a blockage in this twin flame union, but they can't. We all know that they can't do it. They can try, and they will, because they're bound and they're obsessed and they can't stop. The devil won't let them stop. Protect yourselves during this time, because this is just a resting period. That is it. When something is fated and at the last cycle, that's when he steps in the hardest. But nothing can stop what's truly divine. Nothing. So that's what's not being said by the karmics, guys. If you guys are stuck with me this long, that's the truth, okay? This is a divine message. All right, we're gonna get some advice from the universe on this situation. Divine, what advice can we give the karmics in this karmic situation during this cycle? Advice for the karmics, please. Advice for the karmics, please. King of Swords. The divine wants the karmics to know that there is some major truth coming forward